Igor, wake up.
I'm awake, I think.
Meet me in the Red Forest. Time to learn about your past.
So, just like always?
Welcome, welcome. Fancy some trading?
I have to ask. We're in the middle of nowhere. What are you even doing out here?
Out here, everything is in the middle of nowhere, my friend. Sometimes you need to get off the beaten path to find a solid business opportunity. I learned that from Warren Buffett.
You've met Warren Buffett?
No. I've watched his motivational videos on YouTube, though. Basically the same thing.
I'm looking for someone. Perhaps you've heard her name. Tatiana. Tatiana Amelieva. She used to work at the power plant. She went missing 30 years ago.
I'm sorry, my friend. It's been a while since I've seen a woman. I've been too busy.
Busy? With what?
With creating a new world of opportunities, my friend. I'm like Gordon Gekko, only smarter. And like Jack Ma, only more hard-working. I'm gonna build my commercial empire on the ashes of Chernobyl in no time.
Good luck. All right, show me what you've got, Mr. Invisible Hand. I think I've done enough trading for now. Good luck building your fortune, Mr. Invisible Hand.
Haha, thanks. But I'll make my own luck.
This Kozlov guy seems to be important. Perhaps I should meet with him and ask about Tatiana.
What do you hope to find among these trees, Igor?
You tell me, my love. You brought me here.
What are you talking about, Igor? Are you losing your mind?
Frankly, yes. I think I might be.
You came here because there's something you need to understand. Something to do with those dead trees. What they are, what they represent.
They're not dead. Not entirely. The radiation from the disaster killed all the microbes, which slowed decay almost to a halt. The Red Forest is like a snapshot in time, but there are signs that nature may recover.
Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Every inch of this area is still badly irradiated. Perhaps this horror will give birth to something entirely new. Perhaps it already has.
New?
Strange, foreign, alien, something unfathomable. New. There's more I want you to see. the claw, the most irradiated piece of machinery in the zone. This might also be the most radioactive place in the zone, apart from the reactor core.
I know. It was used to remove the graphite from the roof of reactor number 3. 20,000 Röntgen per hour. Touching it with one's bare hands would practically be suicide. So the liquidators had to use machinery or robots whenever they could.
Both terrifying and fascinating, isn't it? Almost as if someone had accidentally opened a door to the inside of some dark, twisted star, oozing power that should have been left untouched.
Where do you get these ideas from, Tanya? Probably all those science fiction books you used to read. Nuclear fission is just a method of producing energy. We became quite adept at harnessing it.
Really? This place doesn't inspire confidence in your assessment. I know what nuclear fission is, and you know that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't understand.
I think you do, my love. You said it yourself once. It's us, humankind. Are we truly ready to bear such a responsibility? We're like a bunch of chimpanzees trying to launch a rocket into space. What if the radioactivity is just the beginning? What if we stumble upon something even more powerful?
Chernobylite.
We need someone to guide us, someone more significant than all of us. Someone or something.
Sometimes I wish humanity had one gigantic head.
What for?
So it could pull that head out of its gigantic ass.
Joke about it if it makes you feel safe, but it changes nothing. I'll show you.
I'm worried about these nightmares you've been having. You should see Dr. Bruinoff again, Tanya.
What's he gonna do? Prescribe more pills that make me numb?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to. I love you.
I know. But I'd rather suffer the demon inside me than feel like a hollow shell.
I wish there was something I could do.
Just promise you'll never give up on me, my love.
I have to take a leak soon. I should have taken a job at my father-in-law's factory. Shit. Wonder what the quartermaster made for dinner tonight. Hope it's not more fish. I hate fish. hate being outside. Cold, wet, and full of mosquitoes all biting you in the dick. I could use a smoke. When I finish my contract, I'm going to grow a beard. Chicks in Moscow dig beards. What the fuck am I doing here, huh? Everybody out, you're surrounded!
Like hell? How about this? Fuck off.
We know that you're harboring a terrorist. Her name is Olga Astipienia.
Who? I think you boys got the wrong fucking address.
We only want her. No one else needs to die. Open the fucking gate or we torch the place. You've got 1 minute. Either Olga comes out or everyone dies. This is your last warning.
What do we do now? We can't come back empty-handed. Kozlov will kill us.
Yeah, this sucks. But is she really that important? Hey, shut up, both of you. You already forgot what this bitch did to Andre? It's not about Kozlov's orders. It's about fucking payback. Hey, you inside, this is your last chance. Make a decision. Hand that bitch over or we start shooting. Well, what's it gonna be?
Let me tell you how it's gonna go.
Yes?
You leave now, or you can have serious problems.
we're going to let them get away with that? Shut up and let me think. Okay, ammo check.
Last mag.
Same. Shit. We can't storm the village. And if more shadows come...
a job at my father-in-law's factory.
I'm sending the extraction code. The boys will bail us out.
What a stupid job. And I was stupid enough to take it. Huh? Ah, it's probably a rat or something.
Shells? What do you know about them?
Well, when the Chernobyl reactor blew apart and the radionuclides started spreading, the authorities created an exclusion zone encompassing a 30-kilometer radius around the power plant. The people living in that area were evacuated. Eventually. First, the Pripyat dwellers, then the other nearby hamlets. Kopachi, Yaniv, Poliska, Tarasi, Severivka, Vilcha, Opachichi, Andriivka, and many more.
They were forced to leave, had to abandon their lives and their belongings. Their animals were shot, but some people refused to leave, didn't they? Or resettled later in secret. But why? Why would they do something so irrational, Igor?
They were sentimental, I guess. They must not have been thinking clearly.
You're the only one thinking clearly, aren't you, Igor? Always trying to reason your way out of every predicament. But people are different. They act on emotions, hopes, and fears.
Illusions.
Look who's talking. A mad scientist conversing with an imaginary woman. You think you know these people, but you don't. What do you know about this place? Its history? Do you have any idea what the folks living here went through? The Russian Civil War, forced collectivization, the Great Patriotic War, Nazi occupation, persecution by the NKVD.
History wasn't kind to this place. I know.
They suffered and lost so much. But they buried their dead and kept on going in spite of everything. This has been their place on Earth for generations. Do you think a bit of radioactivity would scare them away? People don't change that quickly, Igor. Maybe they don't want to, or maybe they just can't. Not many of them are left today. This place is dying. When the last of the Samos shells passes away, it will be the end. What about you, my love? Will you embrace change if our fate depends on it?
How's the shooting practice going, Igor?
Quite well, actually, thanks to your pointers. You're a great marksman, Olivier. Did you learn all that when you were with the Canadian Special Forces?
JTF-2? No, of course not. You have to be a hotshot already when you apply. I learned to shoot even before I joined the regular military. My father often took me hunting in the woods.
So your father taught you how to shoot?
Well, the old man taught me many things. How to be a total asshole, for example. I remember the time I told him I'd been passed up for promotion. The worst part was, he wasn't even angry. He said it was exactly what he'd expected to happen. We were out looking for a duck blind, and he marched right in front of the barrel of my shotgun. He was an experienced hunter. He knew not to do that. He paused right there in front of me, looked at the gun, then at me, and he smiled, maliciously. That old bastard wanted to provoke me. And God help me, I almost pulled the trigger.
But you didn't. You're your own man, Olivier. You can't let your father's opinions define you.
You're probably right, but it's still hard, even after all these years.
Do you think you could find some time to teach me some of your military tricks?
No. There are no tricks or shortcuts when it comes to improving your survival skills or shooting. But I'll be happy to teach you some basics. It'll make my job easier too if you know how to handle yourself out there.
Maybe some other time.
You're the boss, Igor.